everybody, my name is Lisette Lagunes. Welcome back to my week 7 presentation where I will be discussing the outline for my final paper. Let's get started. The entity that I will be focusing on will be the City of Murrieta's Community Services and Recreation Department. The Code of Ethics for the entity is divided into a few parts. It is divided into integrity and honesty, accountability, responsibility, respect, and fairness, which are topics that I will be covering in my paper. Compliance and value-based training are important in the community services department because the compliance-based code of ethics reflects the agency's ethical beliefs. That ensures a positive outlook for the department, and the value-based code of ethics in the community services is ultimately a direct reflection of each public servant, and they uphold individuals' sense of ethical and moral righteousness. Within my paper, I will be focusing on 4 compliance topics. They will be anti-harassment, whistleblowing, abuse of authority, and misuse of funding. I will be talking about these 4 topics because they are the most important to the Community Services and Recreation Department, and they are the ones that we get most training for, and that is about every 6 months. We either do it computer-based or in person through City Hall, and that is why I will be covering those 4 topics in my paper. It is important to understand that the entity is a value-based organization. And that is why, even though both value-based and ethics are an essential part of training for the Community Services and Recreation Department, they mostly focus on ethics and value-based. And it is important for the public administrators' ethical beliefs to align with the entity's beliefs as well. Within the entity, there are a few theoretical frameworks that are put to use, such as utilitarianism, which mostly focuses on action and taking action for the greater good. And that is what the Code of Ethics also focuses on for the City of Murrieta, and simply accountability, taking responsibility for what you have done and not paying much attention to your intention, but the end result. There is also a use of contractarianism, and it's by working for the department, you are agreeing to follow the rules they have set and those that they may not have said, but you know that you have an ethical responsibility for, so you agree to that social contract within the entity. So that is also used. The other one would be natural law, and that would be just the personal morale that you uphold when working for the entity. And the last would be categorical imperative, because you are leading by example. You are leading a community service and you want to make sure that you are held to the highest standards so that everybody looks up to you. You want to be a leader and a professional at all times. So this is just a brief outline of what my paper will be covering, and although it will be a bit more put together, these are just some of the important topics that I will be covering. If you have any questions or any suggestions, let me know. Thank you.